This is High Flyers Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning back in, or if it's your first time, thank you for tuning in. Today we have special guest, BMX rider Charlie Crum.
How's it going? What up? Thanks for having me.
How's life been treating you?
Very good. Up and down, it's life. It's crazy, but good. Yeah, overall good. Working on a lot of new projects and kind of brought new energy to, what I do, riding and shit. Yeah, it's been good. How about you?
So I've been good, dude. Just chilling, you know what I mean? A lot of grinding, a lot of getting home late, you know
Feels
what I mean?
good.
It does feel good. I love the grind. I will not complain about it.
Something like a goal to work toward is always I need that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been crazy lately for sure. Seems like the days are getting shorter, even though they got longer.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it's what the fuck, man?
It's 9 o'clock already. It's because it's light out, so you think it's early.
Yeah.
And then it's 8:30, and you're like, what? Or it's 9:15, and you think it's 6:30, and you're like, nah, dude. I gotta go to, I gotta get going. Then I'm on my computer till 2 a.m. editing some videos.
No, the editing be taking forever.
Yes.
That's I swear to God, I thought Xbox chewed up some time, but bro, editing. You edit, 4 hours goes by.
Xbox is almost a nice release from that. It's you need that balance. You got to unplug for a little bit. Then you be like, you know what? I kind of am hyped to edit again. You can't just force it either. You got to just do it whenever it's ready. Whenever you got the energy.
I
even
enjoy
if it's
editing.
1 a.m.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like putting them together. You know what I mean? The transitions and stuff. But what do you use for your software?
Premiere. What do you use?
I use it's called Wondershare Fillmore.
Nice.
It's not I don't know. It was I don't know
free
why
shit, dude. It doesn't matter what whatever you use, you're doing the same exact. It's just
not even free though. I paid for it. And
really?
I was
how much?
I don't know. I think
20.
No, it was I think it was $50.
I pay 20 a month for Premiere and all the other stuff, but
it's 20.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it because you get Photoshop and all this other stuff. I think for 30 you can get 2 apps or whatever, or maybe 20. I don't know. Adobe needs a sponsor, so ASAP.
Yeah.
Get it on the pod. We'll use your products. We love them.
For sure. I don't know. I got to get on that Adobe shit because everyone I know would be using that shit.
It's cool. You can do team edits too. If you work with someone, you can set up a cloud program and all your stuff, all your clips and everything. You can work on it on 2 computers, wherever.
On the same project?
Yeah, I go in, I chop it up, save it. You pop in, you chop it up, export. Yeah, we've been messing with that with S&M Bikes is my employer and long time team I've rode for and stuff, and we're always trying to find that next thing because we work all different parts of the country. We're always trying to find something that just makes it easier to do it,
Right.
Yeah.
So is that your official title then? A title? Is you a pro BMX rider?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, but yeah, it started pro rider first, and then I always tell kids they're how could I get hooked up by a company or whatever, and it's kind of just you provide them with content and value somehow, just do your thing out there, make videos, send them to the company, and I just kind of kept doing that, and they were eventually it just became kind of a full-time position,
okay.
And so I still do both, still got products that I have out and stuff, but I'm kind of starting to transition now into more kind of like a coach almost. I talk to the riders individually and try to get them to plan some type of shoot with their filmers. Then they send me the clips. I chop them up.
It's an influencer mostly. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get the whole team kind of little windows into all their worlds, kind of set up. So the traditional method, back in my day when I came up was we'd go on trips everywhere all the time. And that's still happening. But with the internet, how good it is, how fast it is, you can hit them quicker. I feel it's cool too riders ride best in their own setting when they're comfy.
Yeah.
I would go on trips and be stressed out and not do my best shit sometimes, and then you go home and you're just laying it down with your friends. So I've been trying to talk to riders and be yo, this is the way you do this with your friends. The more you do this, we'll incorporate you more into the company, and it'll, if this is what you want to do, here you go. It's pretty cool. And any other kid out there, you don't need to ride for a company. Just start putting stuff on YouTube. Yeah, it's open.
No, this social media game is crazy right now.
Yeah, just take it. You
do
know,
so much on there.
Work harder than the next guy and have fun. And I don't know, don't force it, but have fun and just really, you can put whatever you want. Don't try to I used to try to think about too much what do people want to see.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna make whatever the hell I want, and people seem to like it more. Yeah. Because if you're not yourself, then you're missing the audience that's out there that's like you.
See,
a lot of kids out there that resonate with your shit. Your story and everything. So it's cool.
Oh, that's dope. I feel that 100%.
It's freeing too, because nothing people say on the internet really can bother you at all if you're just yourself and you're just well, I don't know. You don't need that validation from outside anymore. You know, you're just chilling, having fun with your friends.
I've been noticing the difference lately too with like content I'm doing on the social media page, like the Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I make like I either do like I was doing like skits and stuff, and like they would get good like views and stuff.
Got to play the game a little bit, right?
Yeah,
like find the format and then you go crazy within it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started just like being my dink self. You know what I mean?
It's
like
way better. And it's
exactly.
so much easier. You don't have to think, dude. Like we don't even really plan. We used to plan videos and script them and shit.
Yeah.
And now my friend just comes over, my buddy Nick that shoots all our YouTube stuff. And I'm just like, here you go. I'm on my computer. I'm like, all right, today we're doing this. Then we just do it. And then like, I don't even know where it goes or what we're going to do, but it's funny. And like, we're just showing like normal riding. Like I think a lot of the BMX YouTube stuff now is really like not real how like kids are really riding, you know, like it's like today we're in New York City and we're jumping over taxi cabs or we're in California, we're going to the Big Air facility today, you know, like kids don't have access to that shit. They got a curb in front of their house. Like that's the shit. Buffalo's all that shit. It's like crappy spots that kids have everywhere and I just wanted to show them a little bit of like, this is how we do it. We just literally go out of the house and we don't have a plan. We just ride around. It's sick.
Is that where you're out of then, is Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm in Black Rock, kind of like west side.
Okay.
Northwest. Yeah, it's nice.
I heard of some growers out there, Black Rock.
Yeah, there's a scene, a bunch of warehouses and shit. I don't even know. You just always end up in a warehouse with like a bunch of pot.
End up in a warehouse.
Yeah. You just oh, okay, there's this party going down, or like backroom shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna snitch though if any of the D's are listening. Sorry, you ain't getting it from us.
Oh, that one got me.
Yours a little bigger than mine.
Oh, backrooms. Yo, I'll be watching that shit on TikTok. That should be getting me.
Dude, I don't know. There's a scene, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I've been just trying to like tap into it because I love weed, and I don't know. They go hand in hand. Me and my buddy are trying to talk about doing like diners, drive-ins, and dives, but with weed. Like dispensaries, drive-ins, and you know, like go to an area, hit a dispensary, hit a food spot, and ride bikes. And that's kind of like the model of our vlog. We've been doing a little bit. Like it works perfect. We love weed. You know, it's just like click. You know,
I like that idea though. What's your shout out your vlog? What's
BMXFU on YouTube. Check it out. Oh, and then also, if anyone's listening, you wanted to get into biking, snmbikes.com. I got you. We got a discount code just for listeners of the High Flyer podcast. BMXFU, 10% off everything.
Tap in.
Yeah, tap in. snmbikes.com and fitbikeco.com if you need components. Got my tires on there, you know. They're on sale. Pick up that tall boy, little foot bars. Treat yourself, you know.
Oh yeah.
I know the smokers got money. They got good jobs because they got to buy all that weed.
Yo, for real, smokers got money.
People be like, man, stoners aren't. I'm like, dude, we all work hard so we can, you know, so we can relax.
Smoke good weed too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't drink or nothing. I just,
No, I feel that. You think it was hard coming up from like where you're at, like with the BMX stuff, or is it like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think at the time, like it might have been a little bit of like a disadvantage, but there was a pro rider in Buffalo, well, still there, Jim Selinsky, who I kind of came up like he was above me. And I just saw that he did it. So I was just like, it's possible. So like, it was always kind of like a distant, I don't know, not even quite like a goal that I was working directly toward. But I knew that if we just kept doing what we were doing, shit would blow up, like kind of thing. Like, and I like that. Now I'm like really proud that I did it from Buffalo, New York. You know, like it didn't really occur to me while I was doing it. But now it's like, that was, all right, you can, you know, be proud of shit. I used to be like, nah, keep going. Like, you know, be humble as fuck. It's like, nah, dude. You gotta really like every day. You gotta be like, you know what? A lot of blessings, a lot of shit that we've done that's like went well, and like I don't know, lost a lot of homies over the last few years too, and that brought me like a way different perspective on like life. Of like, it's good to have these goals, but you shouldn't be like maniacal about reaching them. Really, just like try to stay in the moment and enjoy. You know, you never know in this shit. Like, dude, like 2 days ago, buddy I grew up with riding, like rest in peace. He crashed his plane and died. Man. Yeah,
R.I.P.
Buddy Chris Caruana, rest in peace. Yeah. So that's a kid that like taught me when I was a kid, like not to be afraid of like loving your life, like being yourself and shit like that. You know, like I moved to a new school district and I was a little like kind of like from the ghetto a little bit, and we moved to like a nice ass school district, and then him and his family were like redneck as fuck too, so like it kind of like, you know, I was like, I'm like kind of like a redneck from the ghetto, like from the city, like if that makes sense, like yep. And they were just like my people, and I hung out with the Caruana family and shit, and like they really just brought me like out of my shell, I think, and like that's like what ended up really kind of being like a catalyst for like doing what I do. Like they were just like, go for it, kind of like, this is awesome, fuck it. And that's kind of how he passed away. So it's like, respect in a way, like for like, you know, that's how he lived, and it's kind of cool. It's bittersweet, but
yeah,
you know, way too soon. But it's kind of like a lesson of like just live, you know, like you never really know, and it can happen there, or it can happen anywhere, you know. Like, it's just,
I feel that.
Yeah, man.
I would feel that too. I definitely lost some people over the last couple of years, and like right now I got these two homies, like my two homies that are fighting right now over some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
God,
like,
yeah,
it
right?
was just like, come on, bro. Like, you guys are
way
like,
too short.
Yeah, like it's been like 8 months since since they've been fucking with each other. I'm like, come on, you guys gotta fucking smarten up. Like,
yeah, for anyone listening, you're fighting with your buddies, right? Just who cares?
Mm-hmm.
We always say HK, who cares? And it's like, yo, that doesn't begin with H or K, and you just keep, who cares, bro?
Yeah,
HK.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I like that.
I want to get HK or something on my hands.
That could be a fucking clothing brand, bro.
Who cares?
Yeah, no, for real though. I like that.
Yeah, we're writing a movie, and the main character's initials are HK. About to start shooting that shit. Yeah, this is like the biggest project me and my group have like ever done. It's really meaningful, dedicated to all the homies that passed away and shit, but mainly my friend Andrew that passed away last year. All proceeds benefit, like, it's a non-profit, but with a GoFundMe under it on YouTube that we're gonna put out. Okay. All that goes to his son. Movie's a classic story about stoners saving the world, you know?
Okay.
Easy, yeah.
Okay.
And we're about to start shooting. It's a trilogy. We're about to start shooting the first one. Forgot what brought me to this, but one of the themes of the movie is like kind of all the stuff we're talking about. HK, be yourself, live your truth.
Yeah.
No matter what anyone says.
That's some real shit though.
Don't look for outside validation, you know? Like, why do you need that? You don't need that shit. That shit's so temporary.
Right. People hate on you like so quick, you know what I mean?
That comes from them, you know? I ain't say shit about you. It says that's how they feel about themselves, straight up. That was the most freeing thing for me, is like anything that someone says to you, whether it's in person or on the internet or anything, like, you got to think about what their mind state is at that point in time, and like that really isn't a part of you, you know? That's just straight coming at you, and it can just, you could let it in or you could just not, and it's way easier to not, you know? Yeah. But if you get, you know, don't reject all advice from like your loved ones and shit, but just also don't listen to anything from anyone all the time. Don't let that shit in.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell when people are hating too, compared to like when people are trying to help you. You know what I mean? Like criticism.
People just mad they're not on YouTube or some shit, you know? Like, damn, motherfucker, make a YouTube account. Like, damn.
No, I feel that. I took a big leap too, bro. Like I was so what I was doing was before this and stuff, I was doing like construction.
Word.
And I was in a union, and I worked.
Oh wow, that's like official different life, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I worked 2 years. I worked 2 years for training to get into the union, and it was like an apprenticeship type deal.
Oh, that's real deal, dude. That's like,
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then like after that, I stopped.
What made you just say fuck it? Just one day, or was it an overtime?
It was like, it was kind of overtime, because like what happened? It's like a seasonal job type shit.
Yeah.
I'm a laborer.
Yeah.
So we're basically just when it's warm out, you know what I mean? We're kind of off.
Not bad.
And then I did that shit for almost 4 years. You got the lighter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that shit for almost 4 years. And then I was just, during our time off, legalization happened.
You're like, yo, we got a window here.
And then we just started going from there. And then like the pandemic happened. And then I was just like, man, I want to do something like on social media. I was like, I've always wanted to, you know what I mean?
You got to just make the path, even if it doesn't look like, you know, like, I do feel like the world kind of like will like provide you with shit if you just go the way that you want to go. Like the more I do that, the more, like you said, like you wanted to get into something else. Oh, we got legalized. Oh, this lane opened up. Now look at this place. Like now look at this, you know, look, we're on here.
No, for real though.
This is real life right now in the moment.
It's crazy to me, dude.
It's Clayton and Charlie coming at you.
Yeah.
Trying to just, you know, live our dreams here. But we I think you gotta like, I don't know, be the change you want to see type of thing, but like in a crazy way. Like just get real silly and don't take it serious, and like I feel like the universe has a real sense of humor about that shit. Like, you were taking that shit serious, bro. You were taking that shit. You're like, what?
Like, look at you.
Universe plays pranks on me, bro. Like I stopped eating sugar, and then like a couple months later I met like this girl that's like so special to me, and her name's Candy. It's just like super. The universe is like silly as hell.
That is.
Yeah, I love Candy. Shout out Candy. She's listening. She's the best. My girlfriend. But yeah, dude. I don't know. That was just like it's like it smiles and nods at you when you just keep it real. And don't do fuck shit. Don't be trying, you know. Not basing your output to what you think other people want to see is like the biggest thing that's felt like it set me free. Yeah. Kind of like what you were saying too, like, I don't know, be you know?
Right.
There's one of those.
You always gotta have that good energy too, you know what I mean? Like, like, I don't know, like.
That's where it comes from.
I believe in karma nowadays type shit, you know what I mean? I was talking about this before.
Oh, yeah.
Cause before I did not believe that shit, and then like I don't know, some shit kept happening to me. I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. Bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be a good person.
Yeah.
Be a good person. It changed. But what really
It's
changed
simple.
my whole shit was having a kid.
And then trusting in that too, and kind of being like, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Oh, you had a. Congrats. How old?
Oh, she's 3 now.
She's 3? Nice, dude. Congrats. I'm trying to have some kids, man. It seems
that
cool.
really calmed my shit down, bro.
Yeah. Perspective, man.
For real.
Perspective. It's like, oh, all right. None of this shit that I was stressed about really matters because look at this little person I'm responsible for now, you know?
It's a whole game changer. Same
shit with, I don't know, all the shit I've been through. It's always perspective, and I just try to find that wherever I can, you know, and get a good lesson. Try to remember that shit. But it's hard because I keep smoking weed and I forget. And then you got to remember, you relearn lessons. The universe teaches you again. You're like, all right, bro, I'll remember this time. Maybe. What were we talking about? No, I'm just joking.
Right. When did you start taking the BMX, like, say you wanted to, like, when you knew you wanted to go pro type shit?
I don't know. It's like, my family was, like, pretty supportive. Like, so I grew up, like, my dad was, like, always into bikes and shit.
Okay.
And,
was he more motorcycle or more like
like
bike?
Cycle, like road bike and shit, mountain bike, and I would do like he'd take me to mountain bike races when I was a kid, and then my parents didn't have like a lot of money, but they like would always like support my like sports shit. Like I was a goalie, soccer goalie, like growing up, and they sent me to like goalie camp, soccer camp and shit, and then they sent me to Woodward camp for BMX when I was like 13, and I remember when I got there, like kind of noticing that like. A lot of the kids are better than me at like the traditional shit, but like I was way better at like weird stuff. You know, like I always kind of do my own, real like kind of. It's kind of like how a lot of people ride now is a little more like smaller obstacle, more creative stuff, like kind of fluid, like technical riding.
Not like long.
That was my thing, instead of like big air and shit. Like I can't even like jump shit. Really, I can't even like jump a box jump. You know, like still to this day. But you don't need to jump a box jump to go pro, you know? Like,
right.
So if you focus on like whatever, and that's like life lesson too. You just focus on like the shit that you're good at and that you enjoy doing, instead of being like, oh, this pro did this trick, I got to do what they did. It's kind of the same shit with like podcast space, you know, where like you can take influence from people, but you don't want to make it like you're just taking their approach because people like new shit on the internet and something weird, and that's like, and you're saying when you're just like yourself and like goofy and fun and having fun, it's like so much better.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's hard sometimes because like I hate when people compare you to other people. You know what I mean? When you're trying to do something, like I always like podcasts. I see what you're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I don't know, I'm just smoking out here, chopping it up with people, and like I always like chopping up with local people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just
if
get
I get
weird.
The big interview, I'm gonna get the big interview. But
you will any day. Yeah. You just gotta kind of like explore and like always think of ways to make your shit like a little different, like not crazy, but like little touches that are just funny, like. I don't know, make them do like a 1 gram dab every, you know, like if they say a word, like we have a secret word or something, if the guest says the word, you got to make them get obliterated.
Do a
just
butt
something like,
something.
I don't know, like a gong or something. I don't know. There's something crazy. It needs like a little, and like, it's like, that's how we build our shit, like one step at a time. I mean, you got like, obviously a ton of those have already been put in place.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're going to continue that, like, you know, like just, it'll become this crazy, you know, like, but just have fun with it. Yeah, it's awesome.
For real.
You're already doing that shit.
Oh, yeah.
That mixer's nice. You know, like kind of nice mics. Nicer than my mic, man. You're kind of doing it over here.
Some iCarly type shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I see the new one they came out with. I
haven't watched it yet. Is it sick?
I watched it last night with my girlfriend.
Is it fire?
It was different. It just threw me
way old and shit.
Yeah. Well,
isn't it kind of like an older person plot too? Like it's not like kid shit.
No, because they be talking about sex and shit.
What?
Yeah. That's what threw me off. I was like,
that's crazy.
They be talking about getting dicked down. I'm just like,
no way.
No.
I gotta check out this new iCarly. What the hell, dude?
And then
we'll check out new Mighty Ducks too. That shit looks hard.
They got a new Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I heard Emilio's in it too, dude. Coach Bombay comes back and shit, says what up. I heard. I don't know. I haven't. No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. Big Mighty Ducks fan. That shit kind of changed my life when I was a kid. You know.
Me too, bro.
Just about like that's again doing you. Like all the players have these weird little different. The one dude couldn't even stop, but he's on the Olympic team. I don't know. That probably wouldn't happen in real life, but it's a good movie.
Yeah. No, the Mighty Ducks, bro. That was like a childhood fucking core memory for me.
Yeah, there's a couple like Disney. There's all Disney shit, like Mighty Ducks, and then before that, like Lion King. I remember like the Remember Who You Are. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. Rafiki, you know. Yeah. That's some philosophy, you know. But like I'm getting hit with it when you're a little kid. You're like you have no idea. You're just
right
like,
over your head,
just eating McDonald's and fucking hanging out and shit.
Right.
But then when you're older, you're like, oh, you watch this scene again, you're like, damn, dude, this shit is.
Yeah, you be catching that little shit.
Some heavy real shit. Yeah, the more life you live, the more real, like, you know, you have kids and shit and lose people. You're like, damn, this fucking Lion King goes hard as hell, dude. This movie's crazy. Like, I'll be just smoking, watching Lion King by myself.
No, yo, I've been doing the same shit. I got Disney Plus, bro. I'm like, it's for my daughter, it's for me.
Mighty Ducks is on that shit.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it for real. Well, all right. So, what are your top 3 throwback cartoons?
Oh man,
it could be anything.
All right, Ren and Stimpy was like big for me and my like dad watching that shit as a kid because it was that's the same shit where kids can watch it and an adult can watch it.
Yeah.
Are we talking like shows?
Yeah.
SpongeBob for sure might be like number 1, but Ren and Stimpy was kind of like there'd be no SpongeBob without Ren and Stimpy, right? And then my third cartoon, maybe we could go like pick like a recent one. Because obviously, like Simpsons, you know, those are all goated. Like those are almost like don't even have to mention it. I'm trying to give like a weird shout out. I love animation. Like I really love animation.
You gonna throw Rocket Power in there?
Rocket Power's hard. Rocket Power is crazy. Really, and again, a lot of good positive messages about like you know you fall and keep. I'm gonna go more recent. Rocket Power honorable mention. My one buddy Craig looks exactly like Otto Rocket. Sounds like Otto Rocket. Rides. He's glasses, straight curly hair.
That's
whoa.
Ace. That's ace.
Dude, recent. I'm trying to think of like me and my girl watched something that blew my mind, but I can't remember the show's name. It's new. It's based off that podcast, last podcast on the left, but they do the animation for it. Someone could look it up and put it in the comments, but I can't remember. It's really, really good. It's kind of like philosophy stuff about like life and death and souls and shit. It's pretty cool, but it's like, presented well. Aqua Teen Hunger Force too. Honorable mention. Shit goes hard. Dude, too many. What about you?
There is too many. For me,
what'd you grow up on?
If I grew up on shit, I'm gonna say Rocket Power.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron.
I was like a little bit in there. Yeah.
Probably like Danny Phantom or some shit.
I never watched Danny Phantom.
Really?
I gotta check it out. I'll check it out. I just love putting that shit on when I'm working too, and it's just kind of like hit the vibes, you know?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, let me shout out my sponsors real quick.
Yeah.
My advertisement people. Shout out to my gold sponsors. We got Scoop Doob. He's now got a shop out here on the Irving Res. Stop in. It's called the Doobie Depot. That shit's crazy. His menu's fat as fuck. And then who else we got?
I saw Doobie Depot on the way in.
Yeah.
I filmed a clip of Doobie Depot. You'll see it in the vlog.
They're right down the road. And then we got Fireside Lounge. They're open now. They're having a grand opening July 2nd. You got to pop out to that.
Yeah.
It's a whole event they're having. It's a weed lounge. And they got a side yard. And there's going to be fucking weed vendors. There's going to be a weed farmer's market. They got vendors. They're going to have food trucks. There's going to be prizes. Yeah, bikers. There's going to be fireworks from the casino less than half a mile away. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's going to be fucking crazy.
You guys always have some crazy, the drifting place too, all the crazy, dude.
Oh, you seen the drift pit? Yeah. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, we went to, never when they're drifting though. My buddy was there last night. He sent me some clips and shit. Look, I was like, yo, grab me some hash.
Grab me some hash. For real. No, that's crazy. He's changing the game over there with that. My bad.
No, you're good.
That's Eric White. Shout out Eric White from Big Indian.
Nice dude.
Is it Big Indian?
Yeah, Big Indian.
Yeah.
But the one next to, I don't know, they got two, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's Big Indian. Shout out Big Indian because it's Big Indian Drift Pit. They be fucking ripping it up over there.
They got that huge pipe too, like someone hitting the 6-footer. Cool spot.
It's crazy over there. I want to get some footage over there.
They got good hash too. Just shout out their $10 gram.
Yeah.
Press up, pretty good.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
You see,
I like the old school hash. You know.
You like the old school hash?
Dabs are good, but I like the old school. I don't know, man. Something about it. It kind of hits me harder.
Did you check out us from our shop?
You got hash?
Oh,
I'll get some.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the hockey puck. Yeah. Your shop at Outer Limits. Yeah, your mom showed me the hockey puck. Yeah. I was more getting flour that day, but I'm gonna come back and get a little piece of that hockey puck.
Well, we had the puck, and then we got the Moroccan black.
Yeah.
The Moroccan black was good too.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. Next time I come out, I'll probably just buy some hash.
The hash is
stock up with a little mini puck. I love that shit.
Oh, I got some in my bag. We're gonna smoke some here soon.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I love. I'm like I almost feel like if you could say like weed or hash for life, I think I could just smoke hash and tobacco like for the rest of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't smoke tobacco forever, but I like it. Working on it.
They do it over in like like the UK and shit, like what is it? Like
Morocco,
Amsterdam, and shit,
Amsterdam, or even like North Africa and shit too, like Spain. They smoke hash and tobacco. When I was in Barcelona, you could just pull up dudes at the beach had Moroccan hash, just like boom, like you know, €5 a gram or something. Like, all right, word, yeah, here, boom, at the beach in Barcelona. Like, just we did a month in Barcelona. It was sick.
That's crazy.
That was like life-changing shit. Yeah, like just you get to go somewhere and just be like in the moment for a whole month, you know? And like everything looks crazy, buildings look crazy. Yeah, you could type in
a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah, if you type in Charlie Crumlish ruin your whole summer, that's the video that was in all our Barcelona shit. Or just ruin your whole summer in general. You see a lot of that shit.
No, that's crazy. Well, so what other places have like BMX taken you? Like,
man, so yeah, it started out like just doing my thing in Buffalo, and then I started like getting little sponsors and stuff. Like company in Buffalo hooked me up first, Sunday Shop.
Yeah.
And then Sunday Bike Company kind of put me on flow a little bit, like gave me a frame. And then Stranger was a company in California. Rich Hirsch ran that out of it's like a distro that does like a bunch of brands, but they had Stranger was like their new brand. And then they had like a shoe company called Low Tech.
Okay.
So I got put on Stranger and Low Tech. I was making big bucks, bro. I'm talking $200 a month. Really? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Shit.
Still though, that's
back then when I was
that's a whole nother stream of income.
That was my only. I'm like, fuck my job. I'm just doing this. I'm gonna live off 200 and travel, right?
Yeah.
And then I like went to California and Austin, Texas, kind of like where the houses were kind of set up where we can go and do our thing. And then I kind of just started staying out in California for like a couple months at a time in the winter. Filmed a video, I think in like 2010 maybe, that kind of like changed the trajectory of my career. Like I didn't really realize that's what we were doing. We were just like straight filming, like hard, heavy. Like
you said 2010.
I think it was 2010. Yeah, it's OSS, Charlie Crumlish OSS. I think it is 2010.
How old were you back then?
Let's do the math. 36 minus 23, something like that. Okay. Something like that. 20. Yeah, it's 20 something. You know what I'm saying? 24 like maybe. 15, yeah, 24.
I was like 15.
I don't know. Yeah, 23, I think. So I was we just went hard and filmed it. Mike Mastroni filmed it. Good filmer. He's still doing his thing. Works with like Etnies skateboards and shit now. He's like established and really good rider too. But he and I, the way our minds worked, were like both on the same kind of weirdo creative shit. And like we were just living together for months and filming. And it was like me and a few of my friends were all filming these parts at the same time. We put them out and like mine hit pretty hard. And then that kind of changed, like, I think it put me on a different radar. And then I was living in Buffalo still. I ended up moving to Austin, Texas for like 6 years.
Damn.
Because that's where like the scene was. But it's kind of a lesson I think that like people could take away too, is like you don't have to do that. Like I felt like I had to. Like
had to move away. Societal
and industry pressures like, bro, you gotta get out of Buffalo, bro. Like, yo, dude. And like it worked good, but like they don't know how fucking sick Buffalo is for like the way I do what I do. You know? Like me and my friends have what we have and it's incredible. Like I don't see a lot of other like crews that are as efficient as we are, and like I just know everything. Like there's no traffic usually. Like hit a bunch today, but I don't really drive down Route 5 too often. But so it's like a lesson, and like you know, it worked out for me. I ended up riding a contest. The owner of S&M was judging the contest, and he saw me film the contest for my video and riding it, and I think he was like stoked on it. And I guess like I never saw like what I placed in that shit. He told me I was like close to top 3, and one of the judges wanted to give me the win, and I'm like, what the fuck? Hell no. Like that's crazy, but thank you. Like, because they're just doing something else, like my own. I kind of rode the course different, and I made sure to do a trick right in front of the judges.
Okay.
That shit worked.
Was it like?
It was called Texas Toast.
I
think that was 2013 or 2012 in there. Like, I remember getting so drunk the night before with Ryan Nyquist, BMX legend, like. Because we talked over the internet a bunch, and we met in person. He's like, "I'm getting you fucking weight, you know, like triple whiskey cokes and shit." I was
triple whiskey cokes.
Just had the smallest tolerance ever. And then I just remember I made finals, and we partied that night. I woke up the next day like the most hungover I've ever been in my life. I had like an eighth of weed, and I just sat there with my bong, and I just pack like probably 30 bong hits, smoked the whole thing. I'm like, I feel okay. And then I rode like my bike to the event, like 4 miles across town, just to like wake the fuck up, you know? Like, but I also just rode my bike everywhere at that point, and like showed up, rode well. I don't know, didn't check the results, and we just kind of were partying and shit. And then a couple like weeks or later, I think Moeller got at me through a dude that worked for him to see if we wanted to, like, me and my buddy Craig wanted to come and ride for S&M. And then more trips to California after that. We went to Vancouver, Mexico. I've been to like Estonia for like simple session over there. It's like the Estonian X Games and shit. Like I I used to just geek out on like stressing myself out. I don't know. I was like addicted to it or something, you know, like adrenaline. So it's like, why the hell did I fly to Estonia by myself to like ride in a fucking hockey stadium in front of like 2,000 people and get all nervous and
by
shit?
Yourself.
Like,
you flew over by yourself.
Live in like a hotel room as big as this table and shit. Like, I didn't even fit in that motherfucker. Like, and I was just having like a panic attack the whole time in retrospect, you know? Like, I didn't know what it was.
No,
like,
that would be insane.
Yeah, I battled that shit for a long time, and like, I don't know, anxiety. I think I just like got good at like pushing through it, and then you get a little reward at the end of it when you ride well and shit. And like, it was probably good for my like BMX career and shit to go and do that. But I would never do that now. I'm gonna chill. Yeah. What the hell, dude?
That sounds like a whole panic attack.
It was like, yeah, me just trying to like conform to like the normal industry, like what you do. And like, I think it worked, but I need to just go on my own path now. I feel so much better. And like, yeah, I dealt with like, I could speak on this too. I haven't really talked about this publicly, but I got diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder at the beginning of the year. Okay. Just because I was dealing with like insane levels of anxiety. Like, it was affecting my riding. I couldn't travel. I couldn't do anything. Just stuck in the house, like worried about shit. And like, I filmed a lot of friends like fuck themselves up over the years. Like, a little bit of PTSD was involved, but like a couple really good doctors, like I was going to therapy and shit. I went for a long time and nothing hit. You know, they like kind of missed it. And I kind of had like a meltdown, like panic attack. And a really good doctor at ECMC named Tom, well, he's not even a doctor, he's a nurse, but it's better than most doctors I saw at diagnosing. He asked me a few questions. Have you ever considered you have obsessive compulsive disorder? And I was like, nah. And then he asked me questions. I'm like, yeah, I do all that shit. Yeah. And like, I compulsively ride a BMX bike for a living. You know what I mean? Like, like it's actually kind of a good thing. And I think I always just kind of knew something was like not normal, but I stopped worrying about it once I knew what it was. And it's like, oh, I'm a member of like millions of us, you know, like a lot of successful people that had dealt with it. And just, if you deal with anxiety, you don't have to at all, man. There's like a lot of good help out there. And just, some people think it's like not manly and you just got to man up and shit. But I think like the manliest shit you can do is like, be like, yeah, I need some help with this shit.
No,
like,
for sure.
If your knee's fucked up, you get knee surgery. So my brain was a little fucked up. So needed, just some adjustments, man. And it's like, this shit has been so freeing, and all this shit, like kind of being yourself. It's like, that's what my therapy has just kind of been about, is like, you were exposed to this big audience for a long time and you're worried about what they think. Fuck that shit, dude. Like, go do you, have fun with your friends and your girl and shit, and family. Like, yeah, life's too short. And it's just been so nice not having like social anxiety for the first time in like 10 years, I think. Like, just traveled too much. I did too much shit, and my brain was just like used to that adrenaline, used to that cortisol, like stress hormones and shit, but it kind of like takes a toll over time, you know? So yeah, that's something that getting my head straight was like the best thing I've done. Like, it's been like 5 months or 6 months almost, and should have done it sooner, you know? Like, just figured out what it was. It's fucking awesome.
No, I went to I had to go to this, what was it? Cuz I had like I want to say it was like a anxiety attack, you know what I mean?
Couple days or whatever.
Nah, it was just like just like out of the blue, but it lasted like 2 hours. But like, literally, I thought I was dying, bro. Like, I thought I was dying.
In the past, I like passed out and fell on the ground and shit.
I was really close to that point.
My buddy like said I was having a seizure, and I'm like, oh, I was dehydrated. It must have been like hungry, and I remember like I was sitting in Texas on a bench smoking a blunt, and I'm like, I was packing to move to Buffalo, incredibly stressful thing, to drive across with my dog in the car and all my shit. I'm like, all right, I got to get to it. I got to go fix my car and do all this shit. And I stood up and I just passed out. So panic attack, didn't realize it. And I didn't even realize, like, part of the reason my therapy didn't work is because I wasn't aware that I was experiencing anxiety. Like, I didn't know what the fuck it felt like. I was just like, this is how everyone feels. And I just got to deal with it, I guess. But nope. Chemicals be crazy. And over time, it changes slowly, so you don't notice, you know? But I'm happy that you got your shit dealt with, you know?
No,
and
for real.
Figuring out what it is and, like, being aware of it is like, oh, it doesn't have any power anymore, you know? Like, it's sick.
I haven't had a big one in like probably like I'd say like I don't know, probably close to a year, probably 8 months maybe.
Yeah. Would you do anything different now, or?
I don't know. It was just well, it was shit that I like went through or whatever, because I got diagnosed with PTSD and shit. So that's what it was. I didn't realize it right away.
You hold on to that shit. It's just like I didn't know what trauma really meant.
I was just like,
know about it.
You know what I mean? You just gotta live through it. You know what I mean?
You gotta like try harder.
That's what it was. You know what I mean? And then like I started going to the therapist and stuff or whatever. What are they called?
Oh, there's therapists and then there's like psychiatrist. Therapist is like, you know, like a counselor.
whatever one that can diagnose you with the PTSD. That's what I went to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you probably went to a little both. You know,
Yeah,
they usually have a nurse doctor and then like a psych doctor too to be like formal diagnosis. Yeah, man.
Work. You know what I mean?
PTSD is crazy, and I think like a lot of bike riders like that I know deal with it. They just kind of like man up. A bunch of them are in therapy, which is cool. But like I know a few that have talked to me about it since they're like, Charlie, you seem like you're a lot more like relaxed and happy and like. Just like I can follow through on projects because my mindset's very consistent now day to day. It's not like all over the place where I have like stressful day, good day, bad day, you know, like I'm just pretty mellow and like, I don't know, instead of being the hare, I'm like the tortoise, you know, thoughtful, chilling. Like I feel like school and shit makes you like, you got to answer now, you know? And like, that's like where a lot of my anxiety came from was like rushing for the grind. And like, you can grind slow and it's almost more effective, you know? It's like real purposeful and make a real methodical steps and carry through with shit for like weeks and months and sometimes years. Yeah. And people be like, Charlie, where's this idea? You talked about this idea 2 years ago, bro. You're never going to do it. You know, like motherfuckers, like this old company owner, I left the company. He would never, they'd evaluate shit week to week. What'd you do this week? I'm like, bro, I'm working on some crazy shit. Like, and it's happening now. And I'm a little petty. Like I left that company and I said, fuck you kind of thing. Yeah. And then when my web store started rolling, we hit like a couple thousand, like a few weeks in. Fucking sent him a picture. Like, motherfucker. Because he was like, yo, you're not moving product, all this shit. Like, you got to get to. I'm like, bro, I'm working on shit that takes longer than a year. Like, you got to trust me. He just lost trust, which is very important for relationships and business and otherwise trust. But, yeah, it's just like, fuck you. I don't know. Like, I used to be like, I got to get along with everyone. It's like, nah, dude, you didn't have my best interest in mind. You didn't listen to me. You didn't trust me. Check this out. Fuck you.
Check this out.
I shouldn't care.
I feel that.
I talked to my therapist about that after I did it. She's like, yeah, we're going to work on that.
We're going to work on that.
She's like, but you're doing good. I'm like, all right, word.
Yeah. I feel that. Yo, my mom told me some shit like that too. She's like I thought I had to be nice to everyone, you know what I mean? And like business wise. And then she's like,
boundaries.
Clayton. Yeah, she's like, Clayton. She's like, you don't got to make friends with everyone.
Boundaries.
She's like, because they're not going to treat you how you treat them.
Nah, dude. Especially when you got something to offer people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, motherfuckers will all be nice to you. You know,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to find like genuine, like, you know, like partnerships and shit when like everyone's just kind of like looking for something outward. That's why like that inward, like just kind of doing you is like that's the key because you're not really like it's just whatever comes your way. Yeah. You're not like chasing shit. Like it's just so much better. Like any content creator out there, even just like for day to day life, like with your job and shit, like. If you don't like it, make some changes. You know, like or don't. You know, you don't even have to make like. I used to think I had to make these like giant 180 changes, which are necessary sometimes, but like you can kind of like make a 1% change that can make like a giant difference sometimes. You know, you might have opportunities sitting right in front of you that you don't see because you're negative and you're like the haters on the internet and shit. You're just like
trolling,
pissed off about something, and it's like maybe you know, like I don't know. I was like that when I was younger too. I was jealous of like what other people had. I didn't want to admit it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd like talk shit on riders, or I was like thought I was better than them and shit.
Oh, okay.
When I was like a kid, and I think it probably set me back a little bit, but whatever.
I feel you're here now though, you know what I mean?
And I don't know that energy. I get that from kids now, and I'm like, all right, I respect it. You know, like whatever. It's funny. Yeah, and like I don't know, just believing in yourself and just doing you. Fuck it. That's it.
Oh, one thing I wanted to ask, if you have one, what was your favorite struggle meal, or what is your favorite?
I still eat struggle meals. Like I do it just because like I grew up.
And it's still good to you.
It's still so good. Fried bologna.
Oh shit.
That shit. I still eat fried bologna like 4 times a week, and then I eat like tuna fish sandwiches and shit, dude. I just be like, I used to kind of cook more, and then after I got like diagnosed with my shit, like let me simplify this. Like knowing what I'm like dealing with, like I used to like spend too much time thinking about like meals and like you know what I mean, like all that stuff. Like like I just get the same shit at the store. My favorite struggle meal. I'll give the kids. I'll put you guys on to something. This one is the ultimate struggle meal. This got me to professional BMX rider off $100, $200 a month, right? Just eggs and potatoes, and like you got to find some oil, some butter, something.
Throw some onions in that bitch.
Onions, if you find an onion, you're out street riding, you find some chives, pick them. And you just put the potatoes, you cook them up real nice, and you crack the eggs, and do that. You get tortillas, big thing of tortillas at the dollar store, and sriracha. That was like our ultimate like. I don't eat it anymore though, because that shit ain't that good. But I still eat fried bologna all the time. Back then, fried bologna would have been a treat, not a struggle meal almost, you know? Yeah, but fried bologna, I'm gonna say is my favorite struggle meal right now.
What do you put on it?
A couple sweet bread and butter pickles, Weber's mustard.
Okay.
Yeah, microwave the bread just a little. I'm gluten free, so I gotta microwave that gluten free. That shit's hard as a motherfucker. So you gotta get a little Microsoft, and you put the pickles and the mustard down, a little bit of mayo, and you melt the cheese on there. Oof,
smacking.
And the onions in the pan with the butter.
Okay.
Yeah. And my neighbor's like, "What are you cooking up there?" I'm like, "It costs $2.30 for everything."
No, fried bologna was definitely one of them.
And as you make more money, just keep eating it. You're like, don't, live within your means. And like, I love that shit. It keeps you like, I don't know. I'm just the same person, like, fuck it. What are you on? Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna say PB&J with
always held me down too. Yeah.
PB&J with ramen.
PB&J and ramen is clutch.
Or PB&J and mac and cheese.
Before I was gluten free, it was PB&J and ramen because it's sweet and salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I still eat PB&Js every day too.
Yo, PB&J, those things stay.
We bring a lot of, like, I used to drink a lot too when I was out riding, and I got used to like a lot of calories. Like, I think beer was good and bad for me. For riding, because it's like a lot of carbs. Like, you need that shit. So now we bring out like snacks. We bring out like oranges, hard-boiled eggs, peanut butter and jelly. Like a little hard-boiled egg in the cooler. Like we have this saying that 1 egg equals 1 clip. Because it's like brain food. It's like those omegas and shit. Like, if you're not feeling good, you eat an egg. I swear you just get a clip. It just does something.
Or you like a banana or some shit.
Banana. 1 banana, 2 bananas equals a clip. 1 egg, 1 orange. Yeah.
Yo, that makes
Snickers
sense.
bars. If you're riding, you can eat some candy.
That's some simple math for you guys.
Yeah, dude. You gotta just like eat alive. You're riding. You just keep eating the whole time.
For real. What did you do back when the pandemic first started? Was it hard to get shit done?
Warzone.
Yo, I was gonna say
Warzone.
That's in my notes, bro.
I watched
Warzone for real.
Dude, it's tough for me because my buddies all live on the Canada side of the border. All my I got riding friends, good friends on both sides of the border, but the majority are on the Canada side. So when they shut that down, we could not do our thing.
Really?
So I got super depressed. Didn't really realize it because I wasn't sad, but I was like chemically depressed, just not doing my thing, But Warzone, I grew up playing video games like Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX, Tony Hawk, all that shit.
Okay.
But also like shooters and stuff. Like me and my brother would play like 007 and just put the cardboard on the screen and tape it, so we couldn't, you know what I mean? Like,
we'd be fighting over shit.
Yeah. And even like the later like PlayStation 2, like 007 Nightfire and shit, like those are pretty much like Call of Duty games. So all my buddies are on this Call of Duty shit, like you got to get it. So I got an Xbox in the quarantine and I got into Warzone, and that was like, I think that really kind of got me through it, dude.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Video games are good, all right? You guys, video games are good. They can be bad, just like anything, but I do think there's a good community on there. Talking to your friends every day, it's like, they help you with your problems in your life, dude. It's just like, like it's not a substitute for physical activity, but you do both. You can bring it in, and it's a great way to keep in touch with buddies across the country. Like,
for sure.
Play with my uncle. He lives in DC, like all OG shit. Like, he's been playing COD forever with mouse and keyboard. Like, I don't know. It's a community that I was really kind of unaware of until the quarantine. And I'm like, yo, my buddy Craig's on here. Meet all his friends. And then next time I go visit him in Long Island, we all go get dinner and shit.
Exactly.
Now I got buddies for life. Like, shout out Rob. Shout out, Wheelman, all the Warzone crew,
Dude, we're going to have to play.
Ganging them.
No,
Hoffman.
for dance, though, like when Warzone first dropped.
RIP for dance.
God, for real.
I feel like I lived in Verdansk. Like, I have memories in Verdansk.
For real, though. I can map out that whole bitch in my head.
What was your favorite drop?
My favorite drop, we go military base.
Military base, interesting. That's kind of because it's like the corner of the map. We were Superstore.
Superstore? Oh, you guys are psychos.
You were psychos dropping. It's a bike rider shit, adrenaline, Like, we're playing a video game. Fuck it.
No, for real.
But, and it doesn't work. The Superstore drop is like any hot drop out there, Nowadays, it's like a peak drop, or what is that thing up there? I don't know. I can't remember what the peak is called in Al-Mazrah.
I don't even know.
The Al-Mazrah names are so hard to remember, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like xenophobic about other languages. I just don't speak the language, and it's hard for me to remember it, Like, I love it. It looks cool, but yeah, back to Verdansk. You drop at Superstore, you might get murked. But if you get out on top of that and you win that,
out with like 6 kills.
6 kills, tons of loot, you take it. It's kind of like, hey, we won Superstore, like. And then you usually, we'd have our rotations after through the airport. Probably bump into you from military base at the airport, right? Yeah.
I bet we did bump into each other a couple times.
Miss that place, bro.
That's what I was saying. I miss it so much.
They're bringing it back though.
I think they're gonna.
There was a new maps dropping tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, Vondo looks sick.
I haven't played in a while.
The new shit, I know, because it sucks. Warzone 2 sucks. If the devs are listening, like, you're doing all right now, but like, we need some movement changes. We need a better slide.
The movement was the best.
Yeah, it was just felt like I said to Ryan over there. I'm like, I don't like to feel like I'm more athletic outside of a video game than in the damn video. Like, I feel like I could jump around this corner easier and like ADS penalty when you like jump and slide. Like, you can't even shoot when you slide. Like, dude, it's just there's no close range shit. It's just like pre-aim a door and walk through it. Like, what the fuck?
It's like Halo kind of.
Yeah,
like
it's real old, like Counter-Strike-y. Yeah, like it's weird. But I'm optimistic for the new map, and there's a Easter egg. There's a subway on the new map, and there's a Verdansk stop on the subway.
No.
It says Verdansk.
Oh, fuck.
I think next season they're gonna. There's a lot of rumors that they're bringing it back, but it's like, I don't know. What version? Is it gonna be a new version?
I hope they don't. I hope they keep it back.
Original, right? Not the 1984. I think was good, but I wanted just to see and play the original.
Do you know how tight we were when we when we got the bomb and we did all that shit? And we're like, yo, because we won it. Like, we dropped into the new game and we won that that game. We didn't have to play two matches.
Didn't you like go to Rebirth or whatever after you won the game type of shit?
Oh no, you won. You did the game and then you blew the nuke up or some shit. And
then, on Rebirth, then you go to the that was when they revealed Peak fucking Caldera. My bad. That was. I remember the nuke bomb. Yeah, that final event, and you had to get to like the extract point and shit.
Yeah, we were tight because we're like,
thought you did it right.
It's just Verdansk. I'm here. Like, we're just like, what the fuck,
dude. I think there was a rumor. We're just talking about. I love that we're just talking about video games, but we're all right. So there's some like DMZ only map in Warzone 2. It was called Building 27, and people lined up the mini map, and it was at Verdansk on the nuke site where the nuke hit. It's a new building built over. They lined up the mini map, and it's like, yo, this is where the nuke hit. Building 27 is Verdansk. Oh, shit. So if anyone dropped into DMZ and played that, you were in Verdansk and you didn't know it. So that'll probably be a part of the Verdansk map when they release it. It's like all but confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
They wrote that shit on the subway, bro. That would be really fucked up if they weren't bringing it back.
No, they're definitely bringing it back. Yeah, military base was a drop for us. And honestly, it was a pretty hot drop there. Like,
we had good drops there. All those like hangars, it's kind of like you move hangar to hangar, and then the motherfuckers, and then you clear it out.
We drop at the little cubby things, and then we just...
Good vehicles there, helicopters there.
And then,
Fuck, that shit played so good.
That's what I'm saying.
It's that movement.
And the fucking one-shot snipers. I know they brought it back, but
It ain't really. That shit ain't really.
Nah.
Dude, I've been using it. I've gotten like maybe one shot, and I feel like the dude was just damaged. Like, you gotta shoot like way above their head, and the bullet velocity is so bad that they have to be still for like a full second for you to hit it. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Remember how dirty the Car 98 was, though? Did you use that?
My username is Char98.
Char 98.
Yeah. It's still on there, even though it's not in the new game. But they'll bring it back probably. That was a Modern Warfare gun, so Fuck, man. I just miss that shit. It sucks reminiscing on that. I should have worn my Verdansk. Greetings from Verdansk shit. Yeah, just some random ass Amazon shit. It's pretty good, though. High quality.
No, it was crazy, though, because, like, compared to now, like, I mean, I can find a couple people to play with, but whenever, like, that game was going, you almost had to, like, wait, or you had to, like...
Three groups, right?
Yeah, it was, like, 3 or 4 different parties.
We'd have, like, 10 people in a party, like, all right, 2 trios and a quad. Yeah, you guys, we're making a new party. Game chat only. Yeah, exactly. It was crazy.
Yeah. That game was too. You know what we were doing too was customize gunfights or game. What is it?
Dude, yeah.
Gunfight.
Just like you can do anything. Gunfight, like 2v2.
Yeah.
Or you can do search and destroy. Yeah, just big old 8v8. Like you could do like, what is it called? Just like team deathmatch. Yeah. Like kill confirmed. We do that a lot. That's honestly when Warzone 2 first dropped. It was really kind of shitty and just clunky as hell. So we just played Modern Warfare 2 like private matches and just. All right, snipers and pistols, or just knives and throwing knives, or like
we gotta link up. We gotta link up.
I get your username. We'll play some games.
For real.
We should do some streams on here. Be cool to make a film and give it back to Seneca Nation and be like, "Here's your treasure back. I got it at Witch's Walk." You know, like
no, that'd be.
I don't know. It was like this crazy idea I had just because I go to Allegheny like every year with my family. Always heard about it. Fucking hi-hat, they call that dude out there.
Hi-hat too, yeah.
Hi-hat seems like he's chill. He just doesn't... if you're going out there to find fucking treasure, if you're greedy, if you're not pure love in your heart, I think hi-hat will eat you alive. But I think if you go out there with love and good weed, smoke out hi-hat, be like, I'm just trying to get the treasure into the right hands, man. I don't want this treasure for myself. Like, I just want to like... I don't know. I want to check out Witch's Walk, dude. We should do a vlog over there.
Yo, no, I was saying we should collab or something because I actually
I'll
do
a Witch's Walk vlog for sure.
Yo, for sure. I had what was it? I had an idea I wanted to do, and it's like it's kind of a long shot right now. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing like planned out yet, but in my head, I want to like make a short film.
We should.
Yeah.
That way it could be. I'll show you the script for Witch's Walk when we get off here.
Word.
Yeah, but the other shit I'm working on, the other movie's Death Ray. That's coming out next year. Yep, we're shooting this year. It might even come out around Christmas. We'll see. We got everything's all written out, cast out, wardrobe's done, set design's done. We just got to shoot it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
That's like gonna be dope. What's it gonna premiere on?
It's the most I've ever put into like one thing. It's gonna be just on our YouTube channel.
YouTube. Okay.
Yep. In memory of my friend Andrew White, passed away. It's like stoner comedy, but it's kind of about my mental health journey a little bit, and like everyone's of like self-acceptance and kind of to raise awareness for stuff like that and say like, hey, we deal with it too. Like I know you guys kind of look up to, like little bikers look up to us and stuff, but
shows everyone's progression.
We're not perfect either. Like don't feel like you can't deal with things, you know, like anxiety, depression, we all, you know, normal shit. Not trying to take the stigma away. And then the movie's nuts. So it's a trilogy. We're shooting part 1.
I can't wait.
This summer, yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
It'd be an extra in it. It'd be cool.
Yo, for real. Just get me in there. I'll be a quick cameo.
I don't want to talk about Witch's Walk. Yeah, but it's like that's another. I got a little script, but
definitely I'll talk about that because my vision for the short film.
With that shit.
Yeah, my vision for the short film was like kind of like a Native American folklore. You know what I mean? Or like a horror film type shit, or like a horror comedy. You know
I'll tell you
the
script off the air because someone will, you know.
Yeah, no, that will definitely chop it up.
Dude, I think our visions might align on this one. Because, I was always in Salamanca, I heard about this place. Like, hear drums in the forest, and there's no drummer, and there's lights in the woods, and there's no light. There's no one up there, but there's something's out there.
Yeah.
Like, but I
gotta hit you with a crazy story real quick.
Let me
hear you guys with a crazy one.
Paranormal.
Me and my boy, and also what we do, we were getting drunk one night. My boy's girlfriend was driving, and it was just us 3. And then we went to, there's a hill, it's like a haunted hill, and it's like down in the Quaker area. We went there. We went there, and next thing you know, she shuts off the truck, and I'm like, because we're just being dumb and drunk. Like, let's go get scared. Let's get scared.
Yeah. And it's so fucking dark.
For real.
No light.
She shuts the truck off, and in my head, I'm like, yo, keep the truck on, because me and him were drinking.
Big areas of the park that like no one goes to. Like we don't know what the fuck is out there.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
People out there doing their thing too.
Yeah, like, weird people too. That's what
weird. You know about people out in the woods. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So what? So you cut it out.
So yeah,
were you at Quaker, like on
near Quaker, like you know
the
ASP
Quaker that goes up to Summit or whatever?
Yeah, the one that goes up to the.
I had a real crazy night at Fire Tower over there on the one that goes in.
Yeah, it's kind of close to that. It's really close to that.
I had a weird experience. Not weird, but we were just in the dark, and then this light started coming up. There was like a single light. It was really weird.
Oh, no, that's creepy.
Yeah, could have been a car with one out, but I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, no, hell no. So we pull up, and then she shuts the car off. I'm like, no, don't shut it off. So she goes to start it again. Boom, 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 click. It doesn't do nothing. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So then she goes, let's do it again, and it clicks. And then it was so dead, the radio wouldn't even come on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy
electromagnetic shit, right?
Yeah. So then, like, we start freaking out. I had 2 guns on me. Like, I'm a fucking...
Smart.
I mean, I'm a res kid. I got guns on me all the time. You know what I mean? They're legal, by the way.
Represent,
they're legal.
yeah.
But, we took the guns out. We're like, all right, let's grab everything. And we had to walk about a quarter mile from where we were to the highway. At least you had
them. That kind of, you know, shit does eat. But it's just a bear or something. Fuck.
No, we walked back. Nothing happened. We walked back, got a ride from the highway. The next day, broad daylight, me and my buddy go there. And I'm like, all right, let's bring I had a portable car charger. Go to charge the battery. And then it wouldn't even fucking start up. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck?
There's like a field here.
Yeah, it wouldn't start up still, and I even charged it. It wouldn't start up. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like, the radio finally turned on though, so I'm like, all right, maybe it's charging up a little bit. The radio turned on. Next thing you know, my boy's like, yo, he's like, turn that down. He's like, did you hear that shit? I'm like, nah. I'm like, what is it? And he's like, dude, I swear to God, I just heard a drum in the woods.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, you didn't.
Hi-hat.
And it was broad daylight, bro. It was like,
that's
like
on the
noon.
direction. That's toward Witch's Walk, like that side.
It is. It's
Quaker.
really close. It was like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Blue skies.
He's over there.
And then I turned the music down, and all I hear was do like loud as fuck. And I'm like loud as fuck. You can almost hear it in your eardrums.
Sick.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, what is that? I'm like, no way. I'm like, there's no one up there with a drum, obviously. He's like, no.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm excited by that shit, and it's like fear and excitement are the same. You know what I mean? It's like a mix of those two feelings.
I miss that shit. I haven't done it in a while.
I'm about to go out there. Yeah, that story I've heard since I was a kid, and I always heard this my uncle would tell me that someone buried gold in Allegheny and forgot where it was.
Right.
But I didn't realize those were the same story.
Oh, okay.
So the soldiers that like killed the village, I guess, buried the shit, and then forgot where it was.
Oh,
and then I think they got taken out by Hi-Hat, allegedly.
Yeah.
Because I think Hi-Hat, allegedly, we're talking like a spirit, you know, that stayed here to defend it. You know, like, fuck you for doing me, you know, I'm going to stay here.
Right.
Fuck, you know, kind of
I mean,
curse, you know?
Like, here, bro. It's crazy.
I'm not like cocky enough to be like, I know everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like there's a pattern with a lot of shit, a lot of stuff like this in different areas of the country, too. Like, dude, we were driving to Pittsburgh. And on the side of the road, kind of similar to what you're saying, like there was a car in the woods, like with the lights out, and it looked like it kind of went into the woods. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? And as we were driving, my engine and lights in my car went out for a second and then popped back on. Like as we drove past that area, it was that like there was some one of those weird fields. You know, like I don't know, like who knows, man.
I had another weird story. It's near that area too. Me and my buddy were smoking, and we pull up to the stop sign, and it was on a hill, so the normal road goes this way. We pull up from this way onto the main hill road.
Like a blind hill kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm like, I stop. I'm like, oh, there's a car coming. We see this, like, it was just like a light, bro.
Yeah.
Just a light, like a
That's what was
light,
coming
maybe.
up to, yeah.
It came flying up the hill, went right next to his door, across my hood, into the woods,
Crazy.
and it was gone.
Yep,
and
that's
me and
what
him
we
just looked at each other.
drums and orbs, yeah.
Yeah, and I looked at him, and, like, bro, his mouth was like hitting the ground.
This shit we're smoking on.
For real, we both had a blunt in our hand, and I was like, I'm like, yo, that wasn't a deer. I was like, or a car.
Nah.
And he's like, no, it wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't
like,
a deer or car.
He's like, what the fuck was that?
There's stories about like a lady in gray too that's always out like wisping around, like walking around lady in gray at Allegheny, like a Amish looking
no.
ghost.
Hell no.
And then there's like there's a bunch of those, man. A bunch of like Allegheny's cool. It's mystical.
They got definitely a couple houses
zone.
out there too, like
Sick.
that pink house, and then they got the Hinsdale house type shit.
One of those, like
it's
ghost
like
houses.
Ghost house.
Oh,
type shit.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were always like, we stayed a little on Red House, but mostly Quaker, and then I just knew that shit was like right there, that Witch's Walk and all that. I heard stories about like even like UFOs above the hill and stuff.
Yeah.
And then that one time at Stone Tower, which is pretty close to it, we were in the woods and it was like a car without the sound of a car and just a light, and we were like, what the fuck out? You know, we didn't even stick around to like see it, you know?
Because you like, is it a car? Is it someone walking?
Either way,
with
it's
a
not good.
lantern,
Yeah, like one of the most scared I've ever been, and it was like for no reason scared, like a deep primal fear, was like staying at Allegheny in winter, no one there.
No.
And like no leaves on the tree, so you can see mad
Some
far.
of the roads are closed too.
Yeah, and like I go to bed and I'm like, this is kind of fucked up because like I don't have any firearms, but I'm out there and I'm just like in a I'm the only person here. So if anybody comes through, that's it. It's me and my dog, and it's like I don't know. I didn't think it would be scary, and I'm like I was coming out here to relax, and this is like I was into it, but it was like kind of like an adrenaline activity at night because I'm like. You see like a car go by, some guy came up and messed with the propane tank and then took off, and I'm like, who the fuck's he doing? Who is that? Like, did he see me see him? Like, we're the only two people out here. There's no cameras anywhere. Like, yeah, that was before I figured out my anxiety shit too, so I was geeking. You know, like my mind's painting all kinds of other pictures.
Yeah, I've been in the same positions, bro.
Funny shit.
Let me hit you with we do this little thing called this or that. You know what I mean? I'll hit you with a question. So we'll start off with this. Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Tacos, okay. Nike or Vans?
Almost neither.
Neither?
If I gotta go one, probably Nike. But
Nike,
I'm
okay.
like, I like New Balance and Adidas. The
New
Nikes they're a little narrow for me. But I gotta get them like a size big, and then they don't.
I heard New Balance is coming up though. Like everyone's fucking
really
with them right
comfy.
now.
Once I switched to them, these are so much better made. Vans are cool too. They're good for riding.
I might get a
pair. Like Vans they're soft and they kind of wear out. Like they're good for a bit.
Okay.
And then they like lose their like riding kind of like.
New Balance seems high quality, like durable.
Nice shit. It's like tennis shoes and old man, like real comfy. I got like orthotic insoles in there. And shit.
Yeah, he's living. What about the game Skate or Tony Hawk's Underground?
Skate, I think.
Really?
Skate blew it open, yeah.
Okay.
Skate blew. I always have a soft spot for Tony, but Skate was like, yo, this is something else.
Yeah,
you know?
Skate. I mean, Tony Hawk was just like so like.
I spent more time with Tony.
Memory,
Spent more time with Tony though, yeah.
Skate too, though. I mean, it was just a different.
That
time.
shit blew my mind, you know.
With
like,
the analog stick,
it just was like,
stupid.
what the fuck is? It was like kind of like when I went into Warzone. I was like, oh, you guys can hear each other and you can hear where the bullets are coming. Like I didn't know. And someone was like, yo, you want to play Skate? And I was out there. I just remember that shit being like, holy fuck. But I do remember like playing Tony Hawk for the first time, being like, I can control a skateboarder. Like this is crazy, you know.
Shit, you could get off it and run too and shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then could you ride a bike
Set
in that
shit up.
too?
Nah, they're working on a couple new games though that are kind of like that.
I thought you could ride a bike.
There's one called BMX Streets that looks like it's gonna be kind of like a skate,
Yeah.
or like Skater XL is that other skate simulator. It's kind of like that. And then this other guy, he does this game called Pump BMX, and he's releasing his street game, like 3D it looks insanely good. It's kind of like arcade console Tony Hawk style, but like updated, you know, like kind of cool, like cartoony a little bit, but like the physics look really good. I'm gonna play the shit out of that game probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I was in the skate hardcore and Tony Hawk, well, both of them. You know what I mean?
I don't know which one. It's like Tony Hawk definitely like had more of a formative effect on me.
Yeah.
But as a game, like skate kind of blew my mind of like this. Like,
just the physics.
I want to play this video game more. This feels weird and cool. It felt like you were in it, immersive. Yeah.
All right, so we got. Are you gonna go to a bar or a weed lounge first?
Weed lounge.
Yeah.
I don't know how to drink the alcohol anymore.
Nah, me either.
I have a beer here and there, but not even. I don't even like it.
I feel that. Yeah. I don't like beer at all. I don't really drink that much anymore.
Don't need it.
We gonna go NFL season or Christmas?
Fuck, I like Christmas. I gotta go with Christmas. Yeah. I like that NFL season, but man, Christmas is a lot of food.
Yeah,
a lot of food at the NFL season. But
yeah, every Sunday.
For my family, they go hard. They go so hard for Christmas.
Yeah,
and our group is like the snowman. You know, BMX Food. It's like kind of Christmas time is like we always release like a Christmas edit. You know,
yeah,
special family. You know,
I feel that. What are some things people could see? Can I see the letter?
Oh yeah.
What are some things people could see on your Instagram page? Like if they were to go check
it's
it
like
out.
a window into everything that we're shooting on our YouTube channel, BMXFU. On my Instagram, you can just see like highlights basically from that, you know, like whatever we have going on, I kind of use that as like, hey, yo, we got new video, new podcast, or just pictures of me and my girlfriend and my dog hanging out. Those are good too. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some things you got planned in the near future if you can announce them?
That the Death Ray movie is like probably the most like, we've been writing it for like over a year, and just it's the most planning I've ever put into something that we're gonna like shoot and edit and do everything for. So it's a real motion picture. Like we've released all these bike videos for years, but we always wanted to make a movie. So like it started as a short film, and this script, dude, I would wake up and I'd just start writing and it would just come out of me, and we'd have all these ideas, me and a couple of my friends like bouncing them around and shit, and like the story that came out is really beautiful. Kind of says like it's pretty nuts. There's like things in it about obsessive compulsive disorder, and I didn't know I had it.
Yeah.
And there's a character in there that like dealt with, he's like stuck in a cave. Like I was stuck in my bedroom, and I subconsciously kind of just was writing. And after everything, I read the script back, and I was like, this is gonna be bad. I kind of wrote it when I was kind of like panic attack like mode, and I was like, this is insanely like kind of good. Like I can't believe I wrote this.
It's like exactly how you were feeling.
I thought I was this character, but I'm fucking that character. Holy shit, you know, like a whoa, like my subconscious was trying to like I wrote it like subconscious, like automatic writing, you know, like ideas, and then just like wake up and just write for a little bit before I start working, and like it ended up being almost like a help me save my mind in a fucked up way. So hopefully the message gets across, and it's really, really fucking funny. The wardrobe is killer. The set is we're going crazy. We got motorized bikes in there. We got all kinds of Death Ray technology. So that's my main project, but always working on stuff with S&M Bikes and our BMX Food channel on YouTube. That's where Death Ray is going to come out eventually, but right now it's showing the organic street vlogs, you know, street riding in Buffalo, New York and other areas, and just realistic view into what we do, a little window. You can come check it out.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into more of that live stream shit too, but it's a whole other bar park, bro. That shit is a commitment. Yeah, but
I tried it and then I kind of doing a lot of it, but I'm gonna try it again.
Once a week, maybe at first, and
because I was saying I was trying to go like 2 or 3 times a week.
It's tough.
I was like, no, once a week's definitely.
A lot of you end up burning 3 hours, and you're like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
10 hours, your week is gone. That's like a lot of time.
It is. Yeah, so you get those questions if you want to pop them up.
Oh yeah, let's do. We're gonna finish up with a couple questions from my Instagram from the audience.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what we got here. I said I'm going on a weed podcast. Ask me anything. Here we go. How do I find where they're on the story thing? All right. All right, so we got someone asked, which Hardy asked me the strain that hits the hardest. What's this strain?
This one is called Zope.
Zope from Outer Limits 716 hit me the hardest.
Sir.
Someone says sour gummies. Eric Capone, sour gummies are regular.
Sour gummies are regular.
I think probably sour for me.
I think I'm gonna go regular.
Regular.
Yeah.
Regulars are good too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
gummy?
Be
cutting up your mouth and shit.
I know. I can't do too much sour.
That's what I'm saying.
But like once in a while, I can't go ham on sour. But what's your favorite gummy?
My favorite gummy?
The Bears or what?
Bro, honestly, like Lifesaver gummies.
Your Lifesaver gummies are so good,
those
bro.
Go dummy.
Oh my god,
those go
I forgot
dummy.
about those.
For real.
The green one with the red one, mix them up.
Man.
Oh my god,
they go stupid.
You make a little mixologist, you know, like the clear
I just
one.
Be throwing like 4 of them.
Yeah, there's the whole thing. Yeah. Those are really fucking good. Those are good gummies. I'm gonna shout out those little Coke bottles from Canada too. The Coca-Cola.
Oh, I've seen those.
Those are kind of good. They're weird, but they're good.
Word.
All right. My buddy Mark says, "What is the most obscure smoking apparatus you've ever used?"
Fuck.
I'm gonna say my handlebars.
Your handlebars?
Yeah, or like the crank spindle through the axle. You know, bike parts.
Okay,
Yeah, bike parts. Yeah.
I'm gonna say for me,
we're in a pinch. Red Bull can. That one's good.
Yeah, we did a can. Honestly, what is it? It's just like a freaking bong piece, like a bong head.
Yeah,
I
bucket.
Put it in there.
Yeah,
I didn't have no bong. I
no
just
water.
was just hitting it like a freaking crack
You like
pipe.
you made a 1-for-1 hitter.
Yeah, dude.
Just hitting the bong.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That was kind of weird.
We also did one time. This is like when I was first started smoking. I didn't know what I was doing, and someone told me way later that this is like super bad for you. I just take foil and make a pipe and just hit it.
Yeah.
Throw that shit behind my fence in my parents' house. So there'd be like 40 foilies back there, like a crackhead or something.
Fuck.
But it's just me smoking mid-grade in college. Sorry, Dad and Mom.
Right.
I think it causes Alzheimer's, which I think might be kicking in now. But yeah. Meta K, he's having trouble with his half bunny hop over curb. He's having issues that he loses the momentum from the first 180. My advice to you, Meta, is to if you're using a free coaster, learn the distance that is comfortable for you to 180 and set up into the half bunny. Or if you're using a cassette, learn that distance of one back pedal, you know, like parking space or so usually works, depending on your gearing. Good luck. Come on, guys. We need some better. Oh, someone loud enough says, let them know about fire mids.
Fire mids.
I think I talked to you briefly about fire mids in the chat.
Earlier.
So fire mids is what we call our riding because it's the spots are mids, but the riding's fire. Or like you could be, you know, fire mids refers to weed too. Like I don't like the crazy high grade. I'm not paying 80 an eighth, you know, for some designer. That stuff's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
It's cool, but that's not sustainable. So we need the fire mid grade, you know? We made a video called 20 a G and then 10 a G, 5 a G. We always make jokes about that. Like, oh, that trick was pretty 5 a G. That was 10 a G.
That was 5 a G.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Just like it's a ranking system. Someone said, how much weed fits in a 17 millimeter? That's for the axle. You use a 17 mil. So it's an ongoing BMX joke. Like, yeah, you got a 17 mil. It's like, yeah, you got a lighter. It's like, but it's our. It's like, and then someone takes your 17. You're like, motherfucker, you took my 17. I have my 17 with me. We could see how much, but it's all greasy. I'm gonna guess about it. You could fit about an eighth of weed in a 17. We usually use a 10 mil for the bong, for the water bong. Back in the day, you know, you melt it.
Oh, okay.
You put the 10 millimeter socket.
Oh shit.
And you just hit the weed out of the socket and you pull it up, you know, and you. So I'm gonna say eighth of weed in a 17. We'll make a vlog about that soon. Good idea. Yeah. I think that's about it. We got like, you ever put sauce in them backwoods?
Sauce in the backwoods.
What is like what kind of sauce?
Yeah, what kind of sauce?
Chevettas.
Yo, some Chick-fil-A sauce. No.
Yo, the OG Chick-fil-A. And then when you get it from the store, it doesn't taste the same as in those little packets. I hate it. What is that?
I don't know.
I just found out they have
because it's like put more preservatives in there or some shit.
The good shit.
I don't know.
That's that good preservatives.
That's what it is.
Man, I love that fucking Chick-fil-A. I had it with my girl the other day when we were driving. I found out they had a gluten-free bun. It was so good, bro. I might stop and get that on the way home.
What's your go-to place if you're
fast food?
Yeah, for fast
Taco
food.
Bell all day. Bell? Yeah, Taco Bell's a go-to.
Okay.
That's controversial in Buffalo. Everyone's like, Mighty Taco, bro. And I'm like,
Mighty Taco's ass.
Shit fell off. It's so ass.
Get
off the Mighty Taco for real.
I had it once or twice, and I didn't know.
Mighty Taco's so much better, bro. It's like $6. You get a bunch of bullshit. You eat it, feel good.
Yeah.
Or can go to bed, feel horrible the next morning, whatever.
I'm probably going to chick myself.
I eat a nice smoothie the next morning, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more on that late night like stoner. Like if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go all the way like shitty, you know. Like I love me and my girl get the Taco Bell. That's pretty sick. And I want to send a special shout out to Checkers milkshakes. I've been sleeping on the Checkers milkshakes. Oh my god,
never had it.
I've been trying to cut back on sugar. And finding out about that the other night I just needed a milkshake and I went over there and I got one. It was just unfucking real. Shit's open until 3 a.m. Checkers, unreal. Fucking hot fudge milkshake. Turn up. That's the kit. You go to Taco Bell, then you get the Baja, get the milkshake. Yeah.
That's the Charlie special.
Yeah, but then you're eating the tuna fish and the good smoothies, lots of celery, you know.
Oh yeah.
All the other days.
What kind of music you listen to right now?
Oh, a little bit of everything. A lot of like just like old 70s like classic rock radio station shit, you know, like, but then a lot of been super into, you know, Rio to Young OG and like Detroit rappers and shit, like Rio and RMC Mike, Babytron, mostly RMC Mike and Rio though. Like,
you know,
been into that shit heavy.
I swear, Vezzo.
Yeah, Vezzo, yeah. Yeah, I think he's had features with them. Or like they did songs together maybe. And then you should check out RMC Mike is sick. His voice is insane. And then there's Dumb and Dumber is the first mixtape.
Yeah.
That shit, I'll send that shit to you. It goes hard. It's just hilarious. Like they're saying like hood shit, but like funny ass shit. Like it's just funny as hell. I can't even like pick out a bar because it's just also fucking hilarious. Me and my girl been listening to a lot of that shit. She likes it too. And then I'm mixing like Boy Genius and like fucking all that. Like I don't know. I listen to like a lot of like Wise Blood's like a female singer from like Pennsylvania. She's like really good. Like folk music mixed in with like hard ass rap from Detroit, you know, like and like tons of old like classic shit too. And, like I listen to classical music for a bit, like because I'm always like thinking as a filmmaker, like I try to listen to everything because you always need like, especially working on this movie, like I went super deep on like tons of different genres just to find the right stuff. And
you definitely gotta have the right music on that shit. Music makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times songs will give us ideas for scenes, you know, like we just kind of like write it out. Right. And then like the way I think it's going to come together real crazy because I'm used to editing stuff that kind of just film everything and then I make it into something.
Yeah.
I'm filming something that we know what it is and then I'm keeping it like through the whole thing and planning. It's just going to be crazy. Very structured. Yeah. I'm proud of everyone that's been like involved so far, like helping me with it and shit. Like too many people to even name, but yeah, it's gonna be good.
I can't wait to see it, bro. We're gonna have to peep. I'm gonna talk
You're an
about
extra in it for sure. Yeah. Witches Walk off camera. Yeah.
Let me shout out my other sponsors too, real quick. Shout out to my other sponsors. We got The Joint in Salamanca. They got a crazy selection. They got some nice glass. Who else do we got? We got High End Healing here in Irving. They keep me stocked up on the Slacktivist, and they got some crazy high end flour. You will not be disappointed from either of them places. Stop in, check them out. And shout out to Smoke Dogs, Ryan, my boy here. And
shout out to Ryan. Yeah, thank you for hosting us.
Hell yeah, the whole crew at Smoke Dogs. Shout out to them guys, their family. It's been lit though, yo.
Jake
I appreciate
from Turf Farms over there too.
Yeah, Jake from State Terps. Yeah,
man, thanks for having me on. Yo, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was
much
lit.
appreciate.
We're gonna have to definitely collab on something.
Yeah,
bro.
We'll link back up. Yeah, we'll be back out here, yo.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Peace, guys.